So you're expecting me to believe that there's now a second translation error in the Dutch version of Omid Scobie's Endgame. And this time, the second passage reveals the second alleged royal racist. I'm not buying it, you Weasley little lickspittle. Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I am Andy Signorn. If you missed the video yesterday, oh my goodness, you missed a doozy. In the Dutch translation of Endgame, it was revealed that they did acknowledge the royal racist and that it was Charles. Charles is the first name that was put out there, and this was something that was not supposed to be said. This was apparently illegal for Omid Scobie to put in this book to reveal the identity of Charles. We broke down the ramifications of that, and later today over on Popcorn Planet, we hope to have Black Belt Barrister on to break down the legality of all this. Is this allowed? But now, as books are being pulled off the shelves, this is how serious this is. This isn't some like fake whatever nonsense. The book, the Dutch version, is being pulled off the shelves because of this error. How does an error like this happen? And now, before I get to the second passage, I do want to play a quick clip for you because we have this clip where the Dutch, I guess it was a Dutch TV show, something morning show. I don't know what this, sorry, I forget the name of the show. But you're going to see here as they're going through the book in Dutch, breaking it down in much detail. They got it.
The book's available in a number of languages, and unfortunately, I can't speak Dutch, so I haven't seen the copy for myself. But if there have been any translation errors, I'm sure the publishers got it under control. For me, I edited and wrote the English version. There's never been a version that I've produced that has names in it.
Ja, precies.
Now, it's very important you listen to how he says it because he is a Weasley little lickspittle for Meghan Markle. There's never been a version that I've produced, meaning that I've given the publisher. I didn't hand over a version that had that. Notice he didn't say I've never written a version that had that. I never put that in any of the books I wrote. No, he was very careful in his words here because he's very sneaky. We exposed him yesterday as well on Popcorn Planet, and Steph has on her channel, Steph the Alternate, go subscribe. He reached out to Steph, totally gaslit and lied to her, and just he is a total weasel. Piers Morgan is absolutely right in his description of him. He's totally trying to weasel out of this because he's not legally allowed to do this in Britain, in London, etc., because of the laws there. It's not, they don't have the same laws that we have here in America, the free speech, etc. Now, this is the Dutch version that somehow got out. He's going to say, well, I didn't do it. Yeah, I guess there was an early version. I don't know how they got it. Is that what we're going to sort of turn into? But it gets worse because not only now is he implicating Charles as the royal racist, oh, he's bringing in person number 2. New item, name 2 appears in the Dutch version, revealing the identity of the alleged royal racist who asked about Archie's skin color. Now, people were very quick to sort of jump on this. Come on, no, we read the translated version. It's only one name, but this individual, Rick Evers, was very clear. No, it's not as clear and specific as the name in the previous passage, but it is a separate passage. And here is the passage that's translated from the version. Even after Meghan and Charles by letter discussed about probable unconscious bias within the family, after it was revealed that the King and Princess of Wales took part in such conversations about Archie, Kate has avoided discussing the subject with her sister-in-law. So, Princess Catherine is now the second alleged royal racist. Subtly, you see how Scobie did it? Just put it out there like, oh yeah, Charles and Catherine, they're the racists. Huh. Now you get why we left. Oh, but we didn't say it. Oh, we're not going to say anything, but let's just put it out there enough so they get all the hate. These are the same 2 people, mind you, Meghan and Harry, who've been out there complaining day after day. Everybody keeps talking about us.
We want privacy.
They keep sharing our private information. We have no privacy. They keep leaking everything to the press. Well, who leaked this? How on earth did Omid get this information? If it wasn't from you, you think King Charles, this supposed letter, is apparently the only evidence. So King Charles is the one that leaked it? No, it had to be Meghan, because Meghan's Omid's bestie. And this is insane that he did it this way, because I think this is totally intentional. This he knew he couldn't do in the London version of the book. So he or the publishers, I can't believe he wouldn't have wanted this to sneak out some way too, because now he gets the credit. I don't see how it's going to help him sell books, but I suspect this is going to cause some legal turmoil for him as well. But now he gets to put this out there, and it's just this is total cancel culture at its worst, where, yeah, they're racist. Got no proof of it, but yeah, they're the racist ones. Because they asked about just because they asked? We've had this debate. A lot of people have stepped up. People who of different skin colors have stepped up. And I always remember Chris Rocks just sort of laughing at the whole idea of who cares? Yeah, of course people ask. Of course. It's a curiosity factor. It doesn't imply racism and even unconscious bias, whatever bullshit they want to try to spin this as. Why did you put this out there? Like, those are private sort of conversations you have, and if you have a problem with it, then you go explain it. But this wasn't racism. This was, now, look, the royal family, absolutely in its history, has had racism, I'm sure, and I'm sure there's been actual instances of racism. This isn't it. And for Meghan to make this a thing and now try to, like, point at them and now cause this divide, because it's gonna, even though there was no racism in my eyes, now they're forever going to be called that by their detractors, by the Sussex squad, etc. And it's just gross, because even Meghan and Harry have adjusted and said, well, not racism, unconscious bias. But now they're the royal racists. That's what everyone's calling this. And Omid Scobie is one of those guys who loves a good controversy, bringing up Tampon Gate to disrespectfully call out the king. I mean, this guy, Omid, is the worst lickspittle in the world. You are the bottom of the barrel, dude. It is deplorable the lengths you will go to lick up Meghan's spittle. It is just despisable. And to imply that they're racist, come on. And yeah, William and Kate have been two of the ones that have really been out there pushing against this. And yeah, it's unacceptable. Racism has no place in our society, spokesman for the Prince and Princess of Wales said. They were two that came out incredibly fast to nip that and make it clear where they stand. This is insane. I was really disappointed to hear about the guest experience. Racism has no place in our society. This was in that there was a controversy back then. These comments were unacceptable, and it's right that the individual has stepped aside for the immediate effect. They added, who was on the plane, news the incident broke, was aware of the situation, and supports the actions that have been taken against the aide. There was a more racist incident with someone who's not a good look. Where you come from, it was a really ugly look. We don't have to retrace it all. But yeah, who was the first to acknowledge it? They were. And so this implication that they're racist is just so unacceptable. It is. And for this book to drudge all this back up for sales, that's what he's doing this for. It's shocking to me that, again, every time I report this book, I want to reiterate, because I think it's important. Hashtag disavow Endgame. Why won't Meghan and Harry disavow Endgame? If this is not true, if they didn't give them information, they should be incredibly quick to disavow it. We don't know this guy. We don't endorse this guy. We don't condone him. He's not our friend. He's speaking out of turn. We would like privacy. We do not do, like, that's what a normal person would do. Have a source or rep speak and clarify and say, no, he doesn't speak for us. But they can't do that. And now what's going to be very interesting is, because Omid has acknowledged, no, I'm not friends with them, and no, I don't have this version. Well, guess what? We may have discovery, as Steph realized, and we're going to ask Black Belt Barrister when I can get him on. We're going to get his thoughts, because if there was a discovery, if there was a lawsuit, oh man, that's when things are going to get juicy, because now Catherine and Charles are being implied as racist in this translation of the book. Based on what? What's the evidence? There will need to be a lawsuit. There will need to be discovery. And I bet you, just like last time with Finding Freedom, we would find out how involved Meghan and Harry are in this Einstrud. Sorry if I said that wrong to my Dutch viewers. But man, I think the end game is actually coming, and it's backfired in a way they could have never imagined. I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble, and they're going to justifiably, when the ramifications actually come. But they'll still try to play out, I said it's not a version I produced. I don't know how there was an earlier version, but I never produced that one. He's the king of semantics and tiptoeing around. He is the weaseliest lickspittle I've ever seen. Yeah, no, I don't trust this guy as far as I could throw him. This dude will lie and cheat and steal. He's done it himself. He acknowledged he got caught lying about his age, lying about taking private jets, stupid things that just destroy his credibility as a journalist and an author. Why would you lie about these things? Sure, actors lie about their age because they're acting. They're phonies. Are you a phony too, sir? Because you seem to be one. That's what's happening here. And now to resort to the disgusting, salacious, bottom of the barrel shit that you're putting out there, dude, you're despicable. And you're going to criticize us? This man literally employed the Sussex Squad to sell his book, a terrorist organization that he's condemned. He doesn't like them. But when he needs to sell a book, I guess I'm okay with them. You are a hypocrite and a disgusting lickspittle indeed. Oh my goodness. And now to implicate Catherine? Oh man, the gloves are going to come off now. The gloves are off, and you wonder why the royal family doesn't want anything to do with these two. Do you guys start seeing it? I know a lot of you do because you're here, but for those of you who are on the fence before, I want to hear your thoughts down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you've subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for alerts, smash that like button. Go do that to Steph, the alternate. She's so close to 80K. And make sure you do it to Popcorn Planet as well, because yes, we will have an update with Black Belt Barrister once I get him to talk about the legal ramifications of all this. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much for staying tuned and watching here on Popcorn Palace. Please share the word on social media. Let's get this truth out there. I don't buy it. Do you?